Good morning to everyone. In our today's class, we will begin with grammar. If you have your pull-out practice papers, please open to chapter number 1, that is grammar revision. We are going to do the recapitulation of what you have learned in your previous classes. Okay? And then we shall proceed further with the next topic. So today's class is not language and literature but grammar. Can you see what has been written on the blackboard? Yes? Okay. Can anyone tell me which are the parts of speeches? Yes, parts of speech. Can anyone tell me? Which are those which you have already learned in your previous classes? Nobody? You have learned, right? Okay, then just tell me parts of speech. Which are those? The first one? Nouns. Then next, pronouns. Next, verbs, adjectives. Fifth, adverbs. Do you remember that what we have learned last time? I mean in your last previous class. We have prepositions, conjunctions, and next is interjections. Okay? So today we are just going to learn this. I'm just going to brief you with all this because you know all these years you have been learning about nouns, pronouns, verbs, adjectives, adverbs. Okay? So today we will just have a brief recapitulation about what are the parts of speech. We have nouns. Now what are nouns? Nouns, name of a person, place, animal or a thing. Again, it is subdivided into kinds of nouns. Proper noun, common noun, collective noun, abstract noun, material noun. Then we have pronouns. What is a pronoun? The word which we use instead of a noun. Then again we have kinds of pronouns. Possessive, demonstrative. Okay. We have n number of pronouns also. Next we have verbs. What are verbs? Simple action words. The words which show you action are called as verbs. Adjectives. What are adjectives? Describing words. Describing a person. Tall, short, rich, poor, happy, sad. These all words will give you adjectives. Adverbs. Adverbs are nothing but the words which add on some more detailed meaning to the verbs. We call it as adverb. For example, quickly, carefully, spontaneously. These words are called as adverbs. Fast. She is running fast. Running is a verb. How she is running? Fast. So the word fast tells you how she is running. It's just giving us a detailed description about the verb. So such words will go under adverbs. Then we have prepositions. In, on, near, above, behind, between, on, with, by. These are called prepositions. Then we have conjunctions, joining words. And, but, all, because, therefore, since, if. These are called as conjunctions. And we have interjections. Interjections is nothing but the sudden feeling. Okay, interjection is nothing but it is a word to express sudden feeling. For example, alas, he is dead or he is no more. Bravo, you did it very well. So a word is named according to its grammatical function. It may act in a sentence as a noun, but the same word may act as a verb in another. Got it? So, for example, if I say here, this is a book. The word book in this sentence is a noun. Okay. For example, if I say this is a book. So what is book here? It is a noun. But the same word book, if I say in another sentence, for example, book my ticket. So here in this sentence, book is not a noun. It is a verb. Booking the tickets. So here it is verb. Here it is noun. Ticket is called a noun here. Got it? For example, I'll show you one more sentence now. This is clear to everybody? Yes? There are few words wherein it has some different functions in different sentences. Now, if I write here, I drank water. Okay, in this sentence, I drank water. Water here is a noun. Correct? In the second sentence, if I write, water the plants. Now, what is water here? Can anyone tell me what is water here in the second sentence? Is it a noun? Come on, tell me. Is it a noun? What is it? It is not a noun. It is a verb. Because you are watering the plants. Action. Got it? Although the words are same in both the sentences, the meaning has changed. The function of that word has changed. Here it is, I drank water. It is a noun. You are drinking water. It's a thing. But in the second sentence, what are the plants? Plants are called the noun. I mean, plant is a noun here in the second sentence. But water is a verb because you are watering the plants. You are showing the action. So got it? There are n number of words which are having different functions according to the sentences. One more sentence I'll tell you. They work hard. They work hard. Now, here work is a verb. And what is hard now here? It is a adverb. This is a verb. When a word adds on some detail or it focuses on something more, it tells us something about, it tells something more about a verb, it goes as adverb. We say that it is an adverb. So here they work hard. They is a pronoun. Work is a verb and hard is a adverb. Got it? But in the second sentence with the same word, I'm going to write hard work hard work is a key to success. Now, what is this hard work here? Is it the same what we have done in the previous sentence? No. This hard work means it is describing. So, it is an adjective. Got it? In the first sentence, it was adverb. In the second sentence, it is a adjective because it is describing what hard work is a key to success. What type of work? Hard work. So here you come to know that the words which we are using, it changes its function according to the formation of the sentence. You need to remember that. Correct? Is it clear to everybody till here? Any doubts? Anything you want me to repeat? Is it clear, children? Okay. Shall we proceed now? Okay. Now we move on to something next. Phrases and clauses. Have you heard about these? Phrases and clauses. Now, what are phrases and what are clauses? Before we go for phrases and clauses, tell me what is the meaning of a sentence? You all have learned this last time in your 8th standard class. The sentence, the very first topic. What is the meaning of sentence? Come on, please type in the chat box. What is the meaning of sentence? Nobody? I don't know what is the meaning of sentence. Tell us. Yes, Ganesh, can you tell me what is the meaning of a sentence? Very bad, okay? Nobody knows. Sentence is a group of words. What is a sentence? Sentence is a group of words. When you club all the words together, you form a sentence. Got it? Do you have a correct punctuation when you form a sentence? When you write a sentence, that is a capital letter, a full stop, or a question mark, or an exclamatory mark, whatever it is. So a sentence is a group of words which makes complete sense. Right? So here, phrases and clauses also are group of words. Remember, sentence is a group of words, but phrases and clauses also are group of words. But there is some difference between a phrase and a clause. In a phrase, we don't have subject verb combination. Okay, in a phrase we don't have subject verb combination, but in a clause we have subject verb combination. Now what is the subject verb combination? In a sentence, when you write a sentence, it has two parts. One is a subject and one is a predicate, isn't it? What is a subject? Subject is the first part of the sentence, right? The subject is a person, I mean a person who performs the action, who does the action, a doer you can say. For example, if I say he kicks the ball. So in this sentence, he is a subject. And the second part of the sentence, wherein it starts from the verb, kicks the ball, goes as a predicate. Correct? So every sentence is having two parts, subject and predicate. The first part is called as a subject, the second part is called as a predicate. So phrases, a group of words, but we don't have a subject verb combination. Neither there is a subject nor there is a verb. So there is no combination of both in these phrases. It's just a group of words. I'll write an example here. Near the pool. On the wall. Now, in this, do you find a subject or do you find any verb in this? No. There is no subject, there is no verb. It's only group of words. Got it? But if you go for clauses, it is a group of words with the combination of subject as well as the verb. There is a subject also and there is a verb also. For example, if I write here, Dexter ate his tiffin. Okay, if I give you this example here. Now, Dexter, he is a subject here and ate is a verb here. So what you can see in this sentence now? There is a subject as well as a verb. So there is a combination. There is a combination of both the subject as well as the verb. That we call it as a clause. When there is a combination of subject plus the verb, that time we say it is a clause. But in a phrase, it's just a group of words without the subject and without the verb. There is no combination. Got it? There is no combination. Subject verb. So here you can say no subject verb combination. Here there is subject and verb combination. Is it clear till here? Any difficulty? Any difficulty? Yes. Did you understand the difference between the phrase, the clause, the sentence? Now this is something basic you should know, children. Okay. Now we move on to the next kinds of sentences. Which are the kinds of sentences? Come on, type in your chat box, all of you. This you have been learning since you are, in primary level. So you should know this by now. Yes, exclamatory sentence, interrogative, declarative, imperative. Very good, Aditya. Yes. So now we will just look into this kind of sentences. Quickly we shall go through this. First is the, we can say, assertive. Okay. Assertive or declarative. Second is imperative. Third is interrogative. Fourth is exclamatory. And one more, fifth one is octative. Okay. So here on the board I have written 5 kinds of sentences. The first one, assertive or declarative, which is just a statement. A simple statement. I am going to school. Got it? Or mother is going to the market. She is reading. Teacher is teaching. A simple sentence, a statement which is made. That is called as an assertive or declarative. This assertive and declarative, further it is divided into affirmative and negative. Here, this is divided into affirmative and negative. Affirmative tells us about the positive sentence, and this is about negative. That means when we use no in the sentence. I go to the market. This is a positive sentence. Okay, affirmative. I did not go, or I do not go, or I do not know. I never go. So such words which gives you a negative effect in the sentence, that we say is a negative. And a simple statement which has a positiveness in that, it goes into affirmative sentence. So assertive, declarative, again further divided into affirmative and negative. Next is imperative. It tells us about order or a command or an advice. If I say, go and stand out, a command or an order. Okay. Request, please sit down. Please pass me that box. So such words which are there in the sentence, we say that it is imperative sentences. Then we have interrogative sentence. Interrogative sentence, sentences which end with a question mark. Who are you? Where are you going? Why is she crying? Did you do your homework? Are you not coming to school today? So the words, the sentences which end with a question mark and which asks a question will go under interrogative sentences. Next we have exclamatory. Exclamatory mark, you already know it is, like this, the mark. So these are the sudden words which come out from our mouth, or the feelings which we express, the sudden feeling. If you happen to see a beautiful scene, you say, wow, what a beautiful picture, or what a beautiful flower, bravo, excellent, hooray, we have done it, we won the match. Okay, so such words will come under exclamatory sentence. The feeling of joy, we express the feeling of joy, a surprise. Okay, octative. This is something new, I think so, but this was there in your 8th standard book. If you have learned or you remember, I don't know. Octative is showing us about a wish or a prayer or a curse. Okay, when we say, may God bless you. So this is a wish we are making for others. Prayer, oh God, please help me. Please bring me out of this situation. So such sentences which are having a wish or a prayer or a curse, may you fall into the ditch, or may he meets with an accident. This is a curse which we are just giving it to others. So such sentences will go under octative sentences. Clear till here the kinds of sentences? Assertive or declarative sentence, imperative, interrogative, exclamatory and octative. Okay, so these are the 5 kinds of sentences. Is it clear, children? Anything, any difficulty till here? Any difficulty? Did you follow what is being taught today? Yes? Okay. Right. Now we have covered the first chapter from your practice paper book. Okay, we have already covered. This was just a revision. Now there are exercises in your book. Exercise 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So I want you all to solve those exercises. Click and send it in the app. This is your homework. Got it? Now from tomorrow there won't be class. That is a weekend lockdown now. Second Saturday, Saturday it is. So this is your homework. Page number 113. There are 6 exercises which you need to do it. Those who don't have the book, I am just going to click, make a PDF and send it today. Okay? Solve it and send it back. Is it clear to everyone? Yes? Okay.